Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another video. We're going to do one more follow-up video today about the iPhone XR and what are some of the main reasons why I think you guys should buy this phone and why you might enjoy it. Well, first and foremost, this phone is just as fast as the iPhone XS and XS Max. It has the same exact processor, being the A12 Bionic chip in it as well. So speed is not going to be a problem, and you're getting it at a major discount at only $749, but we'll loop back to price at the very end. So secondly, you will notice right off the bat that you get an edge-to-edge display as well with Face ID. Now those are two major features, flagship features on the iPhone XS, XS Max that now are on a much more affordable phone. And that is really awesome, and the biggest thing people had concerns about was the display, and honestly the size of this phone. It comes right between the iPhone XS and the XS Max. This one's right in the middle at a 6.1 inch display. People had concerns about the resolution of it, and honestly, for bright images and your typical day-to-day use, it looks perfectly fine. The resolution is not an issue here. It still has 326 pixels per inch, which yes, is the same as the iPhone 4. Not resolution, but the pixels per inch, that is. It's actually the same as the iPhone 8, the smaller model as well. Now the 8 Plus had a little bit higher density pixels per inch, had a higher resolution display, but honestly your eye cannot depict a single pixel in this. It still looks Retina, it still is a Retina display, liquid Retina to be more specific, which is Apple's kind of marketing behind this new LCD display that they have that's edge to edge. In any sense, the resolution is perfectly fine. I really can't even tell the difference between this phone and my iPhone XS until we start looking at the contrast of the images. Like I said, bright images look perfectly fine. If you're using like the Messages app or something like that, that is going to look almost identical on both phones. For example, say in the Photos app, like right here, if I pull up a black image, and it's really hard to tell, I guess, over the camera right here, but you can easily tell that the phone is entirely backlit because it is an LCD display, so that is a little bit of a drawback. But honestly, for the price, if you haven't had an OLED display on your phone before, you're really not going to notice a drastic difference or a deal-breaking difference more than anything. So that is really awesome. I really like the size, like I said, of this display. It's super neat. It fits in your hand real well. You can reach across the entire display. So the iPhone XR has the same exact processor. It's just as fast, edge-to-edge display, and Face ID. Two other features are fast charging and wireless charging. This phone has both of them. Now, unfortunately, the fast charger does not come in the box of the iPhone XR, neither did it in the XS or XS Max, however, and with the third-party accessories coming way down in price, it's pretty cheap to find a wireless charger or even a fast charger for the iPhone X, XS, XS Max, and XR models. So honestly, for how cheap the phone is, it's not too bad to spend an extra $30 and get a fast or wireless charger. And again, those are two more features as well that this phone has, just like the flagship XS models. Now, as you guys have probably already noticed throughout the duration of this video, I'm holding the product red iPhone XR, but this is not the only color that this phone comes in. There's actually 6 total color options. This one's in red, there's white, black, coral, blue, and yellow, I think? I don't know. There's 6 options to choose from. They all look awesome. So really, that's one unique feature about this phone is the color splash on all of the models. They all look pretty sweet in my opinion. The red was my favorite. I would say the white's my second favorite, and then third would be black, I would say. After that, probably go with the coral blue. Honestly, the yellow and the orange don't do too much for me, but those options are there if you so want them. So another unique feature about this phone that actually is not even on the iPhone XS or XS Max models is portrait mode with the FaceTime camera on the front. So selfie photos can be taken in portrait mode and you get that nice bokeh effect with the blurred background. So I'll go ahead and start a screen recording right here on this phone, and I'll flip the camera around right here so you guys can see exactly what I see, and I'll go to portrait mode. Let's go ahead and move that over to here. But as you guys can see, the background is super blurry compared to my face and everything up in front. It recognizes me with the yellow outlines right here. Let's go ahead and take a photo, and then if we go into the photo right here, you can in fact go to edit up here in the top right and adjust the bokeh after the photo has been taken. So that's another feature right there. Just like the iPhone XS and XS Max, you can adjust the bokeh after the photo is taken and basically adjust the blur in the background. But this portrait selfie mode right here, this is a feature that's unique to the iPhone XR. Granted, it is just a software lock. There's not an extra camera on the front on this phone. It's just a feature that Apple held out specifically for the iPhone XR. In any case, it's there. It's pretty sweet. Thought you guys might like to know. Now, one thing I really like about this phone, this is probably my favorite feature, is the amount of screen real estate that it has. Now, it's a 6.1-inch display, and it's not quite as high as resolution as other iPhones on the market, but the scaling is really nice. Now, what I mean by this is if you head into the Messages app or Mail app or any app in particular, you actually have the ability to rotate them into landscape mode and use your phone that way. And so just like the iPhone XS Max, you get all of the landscape features on the iPhone XR as well, and that's something that the iPhone XS, the 5.8-inch phone, does not have. And that's one of the biggest things that I'm currently missing out on my iPhone XS 5.8-inch display. I like the landscape features. I use my phone in landscape mode quite a bit if I had the option to, and so that's something I'm really going to enjoy with this phone. So starting to wrap things up, all in all, I really enjoy this phone. For anybody that's coming from an iPhone 6, 6S, 7, or 8, basically any phone besides the iPhone 10 or 10s, this is going to be the phone you want to get. It's going to feel like a major upgrade, because really there are two main distinctions between this and the iPhone XS and XS Max, and this is oversimplifying it a lot, but it's between the screen and it's the camera array on the back. You have a single lens versus a dual lens on the iPhone XS Max and XS, and the screen in particular, like I said, it's a lower resolution LCD display. Apple's calling it their liquid retina display, but in any case, it's still an LCD display. Granted, every iPhone model aside from the iPhone 10 and XS, XS Max, all of the other iPhone models have LCD displays. So that's kind of what you're used to already if you're coming from an iPhone 8 or below. You're really not going to notice a difference. I only notice the difference really because I'm used to the OLED display on the iPhone 10. The blacks look super nice. But honestly, using this on the home screen or basically doing anything besides watching a movie, I can't notice a difference. The display is super crisp even though it has a lower resolution. It's not quite 1080p, but like I said, the scaling's really nice. You get all the landscape features, and it's still 326 pixels per inch, meaning it is a retina display. It's super crisp despite what everybody says. The minor thing that kind of threw me off as well too is how big the bezels are, but again, if you're not used to the iPhone 10, you're not going to notice that, and I would personally save $250 because that's the biggest thing about this iPhone. The reason why it's missing out on some of the features is because it starts at $749 versus a $1,000 price tag for the iPhone XS, and that's a fourth of the cost of the phone right there. And another thing as far as price goes, one thing that I didn't even notice during the Apple keynote as well or online after the fact is that it's only $50 to upgrade from the 64GB model to the 128GB model. So for $799, you can have a 128GB iPhone XR at your disposal. In any case, I really like this phone. I'm really impressed with it. I haven't found really any major quirks that make me not like it so far. All in all, the colors are super nice. It's way better than like what an iPhone 5C would be. It feels like a super premium phone, and all in all, I just want to make this video giving you guys 11 or 12 reasons why I think you should buy the iPhone XR if you're looking to upgrade and save your money on purchasing the iPhone XS or XS Max. Honestly, this feels like an iPhone XS Max to me because I'm used to the smaller display already with the iPhone XS 5.8-inch, and you get all the landscape features. You get portrait mode, and you can adjust the blur in the portraits after the fact that you've taken the photo. Honestly, a lot of the flagship features of the iPhone XS are present in this phone. Really, if you don't care about an OLED display, and if you don't take a lot of photos, and care about the dual lens camera array in the back, definitely go with the iPhone XR over the iPhone XS. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this quick video today. Let me know what you guys think of the iPhone XR down in this video's description. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Give it a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it, but until next time, this is Tony, signing out.